Hello everyone, my name is Srinivas and I'm the owner of WordPressFreelance.net. And today I thought I would create um, a WordPress template using Ultimatum Framework. I have seen that many of you have asked how to create a WordPress site using Ultimatum Framework. Now, Ultimatum Framework is very easy to use, and I have learned a lot of things, and there are uh, better people than me. However, this is my humble effort to help other users on the forum so that they know how to go ahead and start using Ultimatum Framework. There is already a number of video tutorials, an amazing documentation that is already provided by Ultimatum folks. Um, but still, there are a lot of questions, so I thought, okay, I'd take this opportunity to create something new. And for the demonstration purpose, I have chosen a beautiful PSD, which I found, which is a free PSD. So I have I'm going to use this template so that you know from where I have got this. So this is from Behance.net, and this has been created by an amazing guy by name Mahmoud. So this is from him. So this is a single page template. However, I would not be creating a single page template, but it would be a normal website. So we would have the um, a slider, uh, uh, a section here for your merits. Then you have your team, then you have your portfolio, then you have the pricing table, then your Twitter, then your contact. So there might be little changes in what we are looking at, the exact template, but I would try and create as best as possible. Now, uh, going to the demo site, see, I do not have anything as of now. I just completed uploading my ultimatum to my demo site, and you will see that now if I refresh this, it's going to show me that I have already installed, just now I've installed Ultimatum. So I'm going to click on activate, and then you would see that it's already activated, and by default it's going to ask me for complete installation. Okay, now it's asking me for my API key. And I have noticed many of them asking for this API key, where they are going to get this from. So what you do is, usually I would go to my profile here from Ultimatum, and from here, sorry, downloads. So this is my API key. I go to this submit. So it says template CSS file is generated, full width layout is generated, import is successful. So I can start using my ultimatum. Now this is done. So if we go to the site now, this is the default template, how it's going to look. So once you have installed, you have activated, this is how it's going to look. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause. I'm going to first begin installing plugins, because this is important. This is the Ultimatum library. So I'm going to click on install. Oh, man. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, this does happen sometimes. So what I usually do is I click this, then click on install, I click on apply. Sometimes it does work, sometimes it does happen this way. So this is how I go. So I need to activate this. Now even for activation I might get error, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the same option, same way. So click on apply. All right, so this is activated. Now I should have the default plugin, the Ultimatum library, also activated. I'm going to pause for a while I just slice while I slice some of the things here which are required for starting off with this great template. All right, I'm back doing some getting some slices from the PSD. So what I have basically done right now is I'm not going to create these background slices. Instead, I'm going to use the color which is there in this PSD. Now, for example, I have this as one color. Here is another color, which is all a wrapper backgrounds. So here a black, here green, and a little gray shade, then white, and again red, and then we have the map. So what I'm going to do is basically for the home page at least, I'm going to use background colors, and even for the header, I'm going to use the background color. So so this is my PSD, and I have sliced some images which are here. One second, here we go, freelance. So ultimatum demo, I have my images here. So I've just taken my logo, the icons here, and this is just the slider. So other than this, I haven't sliced anything else because I feel others can be done just without slicing. So we would use the same concept, what is there on the PSD, but some important things I've just removed. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with our ultimatum. So this is what ultimatum looks like, and now I'm going to go into ultimatum templates. All right, then this is my basic template. So I'm going to create a new template for our theme. So let's call this theme, let's give his name, which is work ISA. So we'll say create a new template. I want to create a new template, and this template is going to be a template name. Let's give red blush. I don't know, you'd like it, but this is what I wanted to give. Okay, I'm going to use the Twitter Bootstrap. It's going to be responsive, default Bootstrap. I'm going to have a 1200 template width. I need 20, 30 is fine. Use, okay, click on save. So my new template is done. So I go back to templates. Here we have. So I'm going to make this as set as default. And I have this saying that I do not have a default template. So red blush is there. So I'm going to next thing is I'm going to go to the settings, which is important. So in settings, I don't want this. I'm going to insert an image. I'm showing the easiest way than for people who do not know how to uh, use much of CSS. So it's kind of, I would be using little CSS as well where it's really needed, but otherwise I'm going to use the default options which Ultimatum is famous for, which is just drag and drop. Okay, so we'll go to Ultimatum demo. I have images, then I have my logo. So this is my logo, I'm selecting it here. All right, no favicon right now. Favicon, I don't have image placeholder, I don't want. So save. happened. Let's select. All right, then I go to sidebars. Right now I don't want, so at anyways I'll defa one default sidebar. I'm just creating one default sidebar. Okay, save changes. All right, in the advanced settings, extra settings, yes, I would be using Ultimate Forms. I don't need the slideshow here. This slideshow I don't need. So short codes I need, Visual Composer I need a layer slider. I love layer slider compared to slider revolution. So, and I don't need this. I don't need this. I'm not using WooCommerce, so it's fine. Click on save. I don't think anything else is required. If in case we need something else, we'll get back to the settings later on. Okay. All right. So we're going to create our first layout. Always I go with my first layout, which is going to be the header. So let's create a layout. So header layout, and this is going to be partial because it's going to be used on all the layouts. Okay. So if we go back to this, um, we have two here, which is one is first part is the logo. Second thing is we have the menus. So I'm going to create a layout here. So in this layout, let's say I want to have this, I'm going to use this one, which is a 3366%, which is, so this row here I'm going to use this for the logo, this one I'm going to use for the menu. So insert, all right, then we go to ultimatum logo. Okay, because I've already used the logo there, so I just need to drag and drop here. So this is done. Then I need the menu, so I'm going to choose ultimatum menu. Okay, so it's going to be a horizontal menu, and since I have a couple of menus already created, so it's going to be the main menu which I'm choosing here. So save. Okay, this is all fine. Save layout. This is done. Now back to layout screens. Now I'm creating another layout, and this time it's going to be the footer. So footer layout, and this is going to be partial. Save. All right, another thing that I told you was that I might not be replicating the entire thing as it is. I might do some changes. So what I'm thinking of is I am not going to have this map here, which is for the contactors. So instead of this, I'm just going to have this one here, which is let's say it's a 50-50 layout, and there's another one which is for tweets. So probably I would use these two things here, two rows. One is for the latest tweets, and second one is for the lower footer. So this is going to be my footer layout. So what I'm going to do here is I'll check to see if there is something which I can utilize, which is like, which gives me a very close thing, but since I'm not finding this, so first one is going to be 100% insert, which is for my Twitter feeds, and Next one is 50/50 layout. Insert. And there are a couple of ways of doing this for while working with Ultimatum. One is you can have the widgets directly added up here. Else, what you can always do is you can give a sidebar. You can add a sidebar here, which can be managed using the widget section of WordPress, default WordPress. So, in our situation, what I'm going to do is I feel the best part is going to be using the widget section. So we are going to widgetize this. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back to my settings, and under settings, I'm going to create sidebars, additional sidebars. So here I'm going to say Twitter sidebar, and next one is bottom footer. Okay, instead of Twitter, let me make it top sidebar, top footer, and bottom footer. Save settings. Okay, I have my sidebars here. So what I'm going to do right now is just refresh this page once. Because I just created this, so it will not come directly here. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh this so that it gets those sidebars. So here is the one. Okay, so this is going to be my top one. Okay, I think I need one more. So let's make bottom footer 2. One. So it can be any naming convention that you want. Sometimes it's slow, so it's done. So I'm going to refresh this page, save layout, and refresh this. Okay, I'm going to sidebars again, add my sidebar here. This time I'm going to say bottom footer 1 and ultimatum sidebar. Here one more, which is bottom footer 2. Click on save. So I need not come all the time. I need not come back to this layouts and do those changes. So instead I can have all this access right from here, so from the widgets. So if I go back to the widget section, now I should see my sidebars created here. So which is the default one, top footer, bottom footer, bottom footer 2. Here we go. All right, so this is done, and we go back to the layout screen. And in the layout screen, we have two partial layouts. So now we are going to create a full layout. Now this is what I'm going to call a default layout. Default layout. Save. So I'm going to drag my header here. Footer. Okay. Now click on insert row. I want this 100%. So click insert. Oh, insert row. 100% insert. Okay, I'm gonna have the default. Sorry, it's supposed to refresh. This is done. So my default loop, I don't want a title here, so these are all fine. I don't want meta, so meta, I'm gonna switch it off, switch off. Don't want this. Okay, click on save. Oh, yeah. Going back to this. I don't want this one. Yes. Okay, let's make it as three column with image of, okay, except document data of comments of, save. Sorry about that. All right, save. I'm going back to my layout screen, and I'm gonna make this as my default. So this is going to be my default layout. Now, if you go back to your templates, earlier you had this message which said you do not have a default template. So now if you see this default layout is this, default template is red blush. So that's our this one. So we go back here, we just refresh. You see this? Now I have this, I have here, and my logo is missing. So we go back to settings, general settings. Here you go, it's missing. Sometimes when this happens, I don't know if it's a bug, but if it happens, what I do is open a new tab. I need the logo, so Control C, I'm copying the logo, so cancel. So I go to template section, layouts. From layouts, I go to the header layout, edit, logo, full URL, save layout, save. Voila. So here I have my logo. Now, so this is just something we just created. Now what we need is we go one by one. So the first part is, let's see how many minutes. I've already crossed 23 minutes, so I'm going to pause this one, stop this part one. So I'm going to make this as a part one. So I'll start my part two of this demo with a new video.